All right, guys, we're back with round three, Edison Format, Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got Nate on the left playing Instant Zombies and Bob on the right playing Amaryllis Burn. So we saw Nate win the previous round against Blackwing. So he's back here. He's X1. I believe Bob is X1 as well. So we'll see how far these two can go in the tournament. So Bob, double lone fires into Titanium and passes. So how do zombies deal with Titanium? I guess, I don't know. I don't know how they deal with it. Okay, so Bob decides to MST, hits the bottomless. That's kind of not the one you want to hit because Titanium's already face up on the field, so you'd much rather hit the other one. So see what the other back row is. So this is a point when I play against zombies. A lot of times I don't like to attack their set monsters, just because let's say it's a turtle. You're kind of, yeah. See, Bob is attacking into the turtle, right? So here now he gets goblin. And I feel if it's a goblin, then yeah, you might as well attack into it. Otherwise, they just go Diva, Synchro, or they Caius over it. But when it's a face down, I tend not to attack them because there's only two goblin zombies compared to like two turtles and two tomatoes. So if they have Caius or Diva, I'd rather them Synchro with the turtle or the goblin. It's a tricky matchup that I need more practice on, but that's just how I've been playing it recently. Okay, so here. So Bob kind of messed up by not attacking the goblin. Maybe he was scared of a D prison, but. Alright, so. Nate searches Zombie Master, and the Goyo gets Mirror Force. Okay, Bob's still in a good spot. Now, two back rows from Nate, so we'll try to figure out what that first one was that Nate said along with the bottomless. Bob mills 3, double trade and charge. Yeah, Nate's checking his graveyard just to see what's in there. No Amaryllis so far. Okay, so Nate's... Okay, so he set bottomless and deep prison turn 1, so he gets rid of the trooper. Here comes DDR, discards Titanium and mills Miracle Furt, Torrential, and what was the other card? Alila. Oh, Nate's got heavy. So Nate could heavy him, but Bob will draw a card off Card Trooper. So let's see what Nate does. We know he has what? Zombie Master in his hand, but what can he do with Zombie Master? Nate is one of the few zombie players at my local, so I try to get him on camera as much as possible, but I think he's changing his mind. He's gonna start playing on camera again. I appreciate you, Nate, if you're watching, because I also love watching zombies. This is a deck that I don't. The only time I really play against zombies is against Nate or when Prince plays the deck, and I think it's a solid deck. Is it tier 1 like Black Wizard and Value Turbo? No, but it's still a strong tier 2 deck that can do well if you go to a big tournament. That deck could go far. Okay, so here Nate attacks over the Card Trooper. He takes 14. Oh, they're messing up life points. So one more thing about these two players. Neither one of these guys have ever won on the channel, but they've both made the finals. Bob's been in the finals twice. He got second both times. And Nate's been in the finals once. So we'll see if these two can get back to the finals. Maybe get that first win on the channel. I need to start posting that list of like the top 10. I'm going to start posting it so you guys can see it at the end of the video. Even though there's a playlist, if you guys want to go check it out, the playlist of all the finals that have ever happened on the channel. Those videos tend to do the best, especially if it's an interesting deck in the finals, which is rare. It's usually a bunch of Value Turbo Blackwings. It used to be Frogs, but Frogs have died out at my local. Okay, let's get back to the duel. So Bob activates Mark of the Rose, banishes Titanium to take the Zombie Master. What is Nate's other back row? Okay, he gets Debris. Target Lone Fire. So hits him for 18, 500, and 1,000. So 4786. Is there like a plague in the graveyard or something? No, right? Yeah, so he's check. Oh, there is a plague. So he's gonna use Zombie Master's effect, discard Dandy. Oh, I think that's why he did it, because he didn't want to clog up his he could have done it before though, before he summoned the Could he have done it before he summoned the Debris Dragon? Let's see. He would have had Titanial, Zombie Master, Plague. Yeah, Titanial, Zombie Master, Plague, and 2 tokens. Yeah, he could have done this before, and he could have made a 7 and got 2 tokens. And instead, he ends. So it would have been the same thing, except he would have had 2 tokens. So yeah, Bob messed up. He would have had a Titanium with 2 tokens, which is much harder to deal with. Okay, let's see if it costs Bob the game. See, now he can mind control him. If he had the 2 tokens, he could have negated this mind control. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think. Yes, that's what it was. He could have went. He would have had Titanium, Zombie Master, Pitch Dandy. It would have been 4 monsters, and then the Plague would have been 5. No, Bob. So he tops for Plague, and then tributes for Kai. Banishes what? The Iron Chain. So now all Bob has is a defense mode. Defense mode, Ancient Fairy. It looks like he's going to grab back the Mark of the Rose. What is this? 24. This is not game, but you can get him really low. Let's see what Bob decides to do. I guess he doesn't want to risk a D prison, so he'd rather keep the Ancient Fairy defense mode and maybe go for game next turn. Oh, no, that heavy. But you still can't deal with the Ancient Fairy. All right. Can Bob get out of it? I mean, Kai is his game, right? No, I don't think they play. Never mind. They don't play Amaryllis. Sorry, they don't play Caius and Amaryllis. At least most people don't. But no, Bob. I've said this in previous videos. This man ran Tragodia and Dark Arm in GK, so anything's possible. This is during Tengu format, though. And somehow he made the finals with that deck. If you guys want to go find the video, it's a Tengu Plant in the Tengu Plant playlist. Bob was running. I don't know if there's any. I don't know if he summoned. I think he did summon the Trag and the Dark Armed in the finals. That's like the craziest deck I've ever seen. Okay, let's get back to the duel. Bob flips up Foolish. Sends Necrogarna. So Bob just stalling with that Ancient Fairy right now. Nate needs an out. Oh, heavy. They both heavy each other. What was the set? Torrential? I couldn't see the other one. Heavy Storm. Such an annoying card. Round 3. So now Nate sets 2 more and doesn't have to worry about heavy. But against Amaryllis, you got to worry about Debris Dragon into Black Rose. So another Hidden Armory. Oh, wow. So he mills Dandy off of Hidden Armory, gets 2 tokens, and is going to grab back DDR. So this is looking pretty good for Bob. Torrential's gone. Is Mirror Force gone? Is there a Titanial banished? Oh, and he discards Amaryllis. Oh, wow. He chained Burial. I did not see that coming. That was a good move by Nate. And then he allures. So I guess he targeted for DDR, target Titanial, and Nate chained Burial, put his Plague Spreader back, and then put Bob's Titanial back in the graveyard. But this is still looking okay for Bob. Like, Nate has to deal with the Wall, an Ancient Fairy Dragon, and an Amaryllis that's going to keep coming back. And I think Bob's got plenty of plans, so Bob should win this game. At least in my opinion. But we'll see if Nate can get out of this. Nate's checking his graveyard. I mean, look at Bob's graveyard is loaded. I love watching these two guys play because, like, Bob, whenever he plays Amaryllis, he usually has those Black Rose sleeves, and Nate is like the only zombie player. So I wonder if Nate will bring out his cat deck. He has a deck profile on my channel. He won one of the Winamat 16-man Winamat pods at my regional with a cat deck, but he hasn't pulled it out since. Anyway, here we go. Bob tributes both tokens for Titanial. And he has a Raikou, so he attacks Nate for 400. And this is game. Oh, he activates Call on the Goyo. So Bob does not care. I'm going to burn you for 8. And I'll take the 600. Yeah, he normal summoned already. And then he's probably going to Amaryllis again. I just don't see how Nate gets out of this. Goyo, the best Goyo can do is what? Crash with Titanial, but you have to attack the Amaryllis, because if he hits you directly, it's game. Unless if you drew a Deep Prison or Compulse, something like that. Okay. Oh, he can make Hades, right? He tops for Plague. Hades, right? No, but if you make Hades, Bob is still stalling you out with the Ancient Fairy. Yeah, okay, so Hades, and now Revive King. Oh, but Bob's got Necro. Oh, yeah, Bob's got Necro. He remembered. See, I forgot. So people forget all the time on Necro. It happens. Even to the sheriff himself, I was playing him the other day, and he forgot I had a Necro Gardener. He went for game, and he's like, oh, I forgot I had a Necro Gardener. So did I. I just forgot right now that Bob had Necro. But this is still... Like, how do you get the... If you ram, you can't even ram your Amaryllis into the Revive King, so... Oh, wow. What a tough... I can't believe that what I'm watching. Pop the Ancient Fairy. Bob's at what? 6K? Really well played by Nate. I'm so mad. Bob just got sacked. This is like... I feel sick. When stuff like this happens, what's crazy is it happened in a previous video, 2 videos before. My good friend, Cam the Man Neil, just won a YCS like 2 weeks ago. The exact same scenario. But it was worse with Cam, because the Houston had 0 cards. And he top decked Dark Arm with no cards and had exactly 3 darks. And the same thing happened to me a few days ago, but I wasn't on camera when it happened. I was playing my friend Sal, and I fought back after he like returned me and Future Fusion me, everything. But then he top decked Dark Arm and had exactly 3 darks with no other cards to his name, and I lost. And yeah, it's crazy. You see the power of Dark Arm. So, oh yeah, I'm sick. Nate, you stole that game from my boy Bob. My boy Bob had it, but Bob did mess up. Bob messed up bad with when he did the Zombie Master thing. Sometimes you just get punished, man. You make one little mistake, and then your opponent just top decks the perfect card. And I think that's what happened here. Okay, so Nate MSTs Bob's Regeki Break, and then runs his turtle into Lila, gets Zombie Master off the turtle. Okay, and then he runs over the Lila. Okay, that's not bad. So will Nate bring back the turtle with Zombie Master? Let's see if he does. Yeah, he pitches Goblin. Oh, no, he's going to bring back the Goblin. And passes. Okay. So no Lone Fire from Bob unless he drew it just now. This deck can get a little bricky with all the trade-ins and Amaryllises and Titanials. That's one weakness about Amaryllis, but it's one deck that I want to try myself. It looks like a really fun deck to play. But I've seen Donnell play it a few times, and there's just some games when he can't play. He draws like dead trade-ins, a bunch of tribute summon monsters. But it's been doing well recently. He got 2nd place at the Ultimate Time Wizard Tournament and YCS Raleigh. They got 2nd in an online RBET recently. So yeah, it's a pretty solid deck. So here, Nate's probably going to go for Revive King. Or that guy. Doom Kaiser. Oh, now he's going to go for the Revive King, I think. Stole. So Nate actually told me that you kind of don't want to... You don't want to put a plague in the graveyard against zombies, because they'll just steal it from you. So what else can Nate make? Okay, so he had, oh yeah, he had normal summon. So he synchros with Bob's Plague, probably to Hades. Yeah. And attack. And then, good thing they're keeping track of life, so I don't have to, because I don't know Doom Kaiser's attack, because no one ever brings it out. I guess you only bring it out in the zombie mirror. Alright, so Nate, Bob's up to like 5 cards. He's at 37. Nate's got 1 back row. Can Bob do anything? Can he get out of this? So Hidden Armory discards Miracle Fert. This is a card that I want to talk about, Miracle Fertilizer. I always wondered why plant decks don't use that card in Edison. Because I played Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2014, and in Sylvan's, that card was broken. And obviously there's cards that people figure out later on, and that's the beauty of replaying these older formats. Like no one really played Miracle Fert until like Sylvan's, and now people are starting to play it in Edison, which is interesting. Okay, so Bob activates Mark of the Rose, takes Zombie Master, discards Dandelion to bring back his own Plague Spreader. And Nate Torrentials. So what's Bob at? 37 to 75. But Nate's got everything. He's got Mizuki. Yeah, he's got Mizuki engraved, Zombie Master engraved. This could just... And Book of Life. Man. One thing I will say about zombies, if you don't have any defense, this deck can just kill you out of nowhere. Yeah. This is not looking good for our boy Bob. I think this is game, unless Bob has gores. This is definitely game. Let's see. Do you got it, Bob? Attack. And attack for game. So Nate moves on after he stole game 1 with that top deck Dark Armed. Nate used to be, he didn't want to be on camera because he said he always drew bad, but he finally broke the camera curse. Which, guys, let's appreciate my boy Nate, because we need more zombies on the channel. Anyways, we'll be back for the rest of the tournament. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.